algebra students, Mr. Lawrence here. Sorry I couldn't be in school today. I apologize to those of you that normally would come in for help tonight. Not going to be able to do that. I am going to be at conferences. I repeat, I am going to be at conferences. Please, please, please don't tell your parents that you had a sub today and don't go to conferences. I will be there. I actually apologize. I spent a little time in the hospital since the last time you saw me. Everything's okay. I'm on a new medicine, but I should be back tomorrow to teach you guys, assuming everything goes well. If not, I'll record some more lessons, and hopefully you guys won't miss a beat. All right, so we have to review what we've been talking about. Hopefully you'll watch the video for Monday. I know some of you have been a little lazy on that, and it's really going to start to bite you now because the algebra is going to get a little tricky. But remember, we've been talking about slope-intercept form, and I'm sure you can tell us. Why don't we pause the video and Jacob Gray can tell us slope-intercept form. All right, hopefully Jacob said y equals mx plus b. And there it is, y equals mx plus b. And remember, the m is the slope, the movement, and y-intercept is b, or the beginning of the graph. Now, we can use that information to look at some graphed lines. I'm going to look at this black graph line first. And I see that it crosses the y-axis at -2. So for the black line, its y-intercept is -2, or better yet, the point 0, -2, right? And then I have 2 points indicated here. I can count the slope. I can rise 1, 2, 3, 4, and then run 1. And so it looks like my slope for the black line is 4/1. If I know the y-intercept and I know the slope, I can write an equation in y equals mx plus b form, or slope-intercept form. I can write y equals 4x minus 2. And there you go. That is the equation of the black line. Similarly, easy for me to say, all right, I can find the y-intercept of the orange line. Looks like the y-intercept occurs at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like the y-intercept occurs at 0, 5. I can do my slope. I'm going to rise 1, 2. Looks like I'm going to rise -2. I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. +6. So my slope is -2/6, which is better said as -1/3. Therefore, my equation would be y equals -1/3 x plus 5. Okay, some of you might be wondering why a plus 5? Because the y-intercept is positive. Over here we had a -2 because the y-intercept was negative. Pretty simple stuff. Well, here's something really cool. We can find the equation of a line that goes through 2 points without seeing the graph of the points or the line or anything like that. We're going to need to define 2 things. First, we're going to need to find the slope. After we find the slope, the second thing we're going to do is we're going to find the y-intercept. And I'm going to do it all from the equation using y equals mx plus b. All right, let's find the slope. Here we've got the first problem. We've got the points 4, 6, and 5, 9. I want the equation line that goes through those 2 points. Well, I remember that the slope can be found by doing y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And so that would be 9 minus 6 over 5 minus 4. So 9 minus 6 over 5 minus 4, which will end up being 3/1, or better yet, just plain old 3. I've got my slope. So m equals 3. If I could find the y-intercept, I could write my equation. Well, check this out. I've got this equation, y equals mx plus b. I already know that m is 3. Okay. Now, if I move these arrows out of the way, and move these points over here. Would you agree with me that each point is made up of an x value, and a y value, an x coordinate, and a y coordinate? I can pick one of these points. So I'm going to pick one of these points. Did you hear that? I'm going to pick one of these points. Matt, what am I going to do? I'm going to pick one of these points. I'm going to pick 4, 6. And I'm going to plug the x coordinate in for x and the y coordinate in for y. And then I'm going to keep b in the equation. So here's the x coordinate, here's the slope, and there's the y coordinate. All I did was substitute that in. I'm going to get 6 equals 12. How did I get 12? 3 times 4 plus b. Now, I'm going to subtract 12 from both sides to get the b alone. And I'm going to find out that b is going to equal negative 6. If I know the slope is 3 and the y-intercept is negative 6, I can write my equation. And my equation will be y equals 3x minus 6. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty nifty. I can have the 2 points, namely in this case 4, 6, and 5, 9. Got those 2 points. The first thing I did was find the slope, and then I picked one of the points, and I used the slope and the point I picked to find the y-intercept. Pretty cool stuff. Let's try another one. All right, so we've got to find the equation line that goes through those 2 points. So first step, find the slope. So m is going to equal, let's see, 10 minus 9 over 6 minus 8. This time I went 10 minus 9 and then 6 minus 8. I could have gone 9 minus 10 and 8 minus 6. I'll get the same thing. I'm going to get 1 over negative 2 or negative 1/2. I'm going to pick one of those points. I think 6, 10 looks like it's easier to work with, and I'm going to remember that 6 is an x coordinate and 10 is a y coordinate. I'm going to use the equation y equals mx plus b. Y is going to be 9, y is going to be 10, plug 10 in. M is negative 1/2, right? From over here, m equals negative 1/2. X is 6, and I'm going to add b in there. I'm going to get 10 equals negative 3 plus b, because 1/2 times 6, right? 2 goes into 6 3 times, it's negative 3. Then I'm going to add 3 to both sides, add 3 to both sides, and I get b equals 13. I have my slope, I have my y-intercept, my equation is y equals negative 1/2 x plus 13, and I am done. All right, one more example, and then we'll get you practicing on some of these. All right, this time we want the equation line that goes through the points 6, 8, and 3, 10. Step 1, find the slope, m. And this time I'm going to go 10 minus 8 and 3 minus 6. So 10 minus 8 is going to get me a 2. And 3 minus 6 and negative 3, or better yet, a negative 2/3. I'm going to use the equation y equals mx plus b. I'm going to go ahead and use this point here, the second one. Remember, that's the x coordinate, that's the y coordinate. So I'm going to plug 10 in for y. My slope is going to be negative 2/3. My x value is 3, and I'm actually going to write as 3 over 1. I can add b. I'm going to multiply. The 3's are going to cancel. Nothing else to cancel. I'm going to get the equation 10 equals negative 2 plus b. I'll add 2 to each side, and therefore b is going to equal 12. So b equals 12, m is negative 2/3. My equation must be y equals negative 2/3 x plus 12, and there you go. All right, if you need to see the video again, that's perfectly fine. But if you'd like to work with one other person, go ahead and get started on the homework. Mr. Lawrence signing off. Good night, everybody.